Okay, Carmen here, South Mississippi Aquaponics. Just a little video update. Show you guys what I've got going on since it started to warm up a little bit. Had some things, I think with some deficiencies in my nutrients and stuff that was actually in the aquaponics system that I think have been attributed to a potassium deficiency. I've been setting flowers and buds and or blooms, and been setting fruit, and just haven't had a they just haven't been producing like they should be. They get to about, as far as the squash and the cucumbers, they get to about, I don't know, 2 to 3 inches long, and then they kind of stop growing. So I've done a little bit of research, and I think that I've narrowed it down to a potassium deficiency, considering how everything is nice and green, giant leaves, lots of blooms, so we'll see. I added a little bit of nutrient solution to my system, and I hope to correct my lack of fruit. Even though I have an overabundance of blooms, I hope to be able to fix that with this addition of some nutrients into the system. So let's go ahead and give you a rundown about what I got going on. All right, so put the tomato got the strings going up, and I've got my tomatoes stringed up, getting them ready to start trellising up and probably over in this direction. Last year, where these two beds are right here, those two beds were turned sideways parallel to the fence, and then I had PVC going up in an arch over to, you can see that's where I had the 3/4 inch PVC inserted into those butts there, or tees rather. So we're gonna, I don't exactly know how I'm gonna run these tomatoes this year. I'm still, I don't know, it's a very small area to work with, so it's a little bit difficult to figure out how to go about training things and letting things grow. So let me just go ahead and go on. I'll show you the rest of it. Sorry. Also, yesterday afternoon, I started to, after I got everything staked up, I went in here and trimmed out all of my lower leaves and offshoots like this one here. I just trimmed them up. Got a friend that's in the hydroponic business. He's got greenhouse tomatoes, and that's what he does. And the videos that I've watched, and other people that do greenhouse tomatoes with hydroponics or aquaponics, they do the same thing. They say that it basically, takes away from the production of the plant. And you do that, those leaves are not really needed that far down. Plus, also, whenever these plants actually get up higher, and there's some space down here in this grow bed, I actually want to take and plant some other things inside this group, maybe some herbs or something. I don't know. It may be too late to do any of that, but I don't know. We'll see. I've got a strawberry plant over here, and I forget. Oh wait, let's see. It's a quinault. Yeah, Bonnie. Quinault, and of course it's setting runners out all over the place, and they're getting down in the rocks and sprouting. Here's one that sprouted right here. Let me get the camera fixed, but here's one a runner that has come from that quinault strawberry and settled itself inside the grow bed, and here's another runner looking to go do something else. So I'm going to direct him back around here and let him go up. So pepper plant's doing really good, and there's some fruit coming on. Again, small fruit, lots of little blooms, and little bitty small fruit. So here's my squash, and sorry it's late in the afternoons whenever I start filming all of this, but work full time. So you can see the blooms that are coming in on my squash plants, and this is the general size that they get to right here. So, you know, here's my finger right next to it. They're getting to just under finger length, and that's about as far as they go. They stay firm, and then about a week after they get to about this size right here, they kind of go a little bit wrinkly. And I'll show you. There's one right here, as a matter of fact, that I just picked off today. Get that in the right light. But you can see how it just kind of, and I picked this off today. So it just kind of gets wrinkly, and then, let's see if that lens is dirty. I apologize, guys. Yeah, that seems to help a little better. So had to stake my cucumbers up. Again, you can see, I mean, there's probably 1,000 blooms on these 3 cucumber plants here, and they are just going crazy. But I just haven't. I had one cucumber that got to about 6 inches long, and that was it. But I did this yesterday, so it's all kind of matted up right now, and that's because I just put this trellising up yesterday. So it'll vine up and go on up and spread out, hopefully. But and this is the biofilter, the new one that I put in. Thank you for some electric company for losing your bucket out of your bucket extension thingy, whatever you call that. And then of course here's the tank. Lots of aeration going on. I keep the aerator going, or this pump. This is an external pool pump, you know, right here. And there's the return coming back in. There's the future tank of one of the breeder tanks for the future tilapia that we'll have, that I've got right now, but we'll be breeding them out here within another month. They should be ready to breed. So this is kind of what it looks like. I mean, things have really been growing great this year, and I'm very pleased. I don't know if I'm impatient, but I'm ready for fruit. So it is May 1st, 2015, and we'll see how things go. I'll give you a quick rundown of the hydroponics over here. As you can see, I put some styrofoam insulation up to help block the sun from heating my water up. I had sugar snow peas or something like that in there before I put these squash babies in, and it was the sun beating down on the buckets, and then at this angle in the afternoons, it was just really cooking that water and getting it up probably to 90-95 degrees in those buckets. So I kind of blocked it off with this styrofoam sheeting, and by right now, and here's my sump. Before, the water was, like I said, like 90 to 95, and it's a cool, got to be at least 70 degrees right now. Very, very cool for early or late spring, early summer temperatures. So there's my neighbor coming to check. Yeah, he helps me out with my aquaponics and hydroponics. Keep things real around here. So here's some suckers that I pulled up whenever I was hanging my tomato plants. Here's some suckers right here, and these are huge suckers, by the way, but there was a lot of them growing in there before I got them all hung up. So now they're in the crack key tank, and we're gonna get them rooted out and then transplant them somewhere else. I have no idea where. Maybe Josh and Christy will like some tomato plants. All right. So South Mississippi Aquaponics, Carmen, y'all have a good one. Bye.